Hello everyone. Hello, welcome back to That Doll Collector. My name is Lisa. Thank you so much for choosing to watch this video today. Well, today is another Wednesday. And if you haven't guessed, it is also another Peeka Wednesday. So today we will be participating in another Peeka Wednesday. Peeka Wednesday is a tag that is hosted by two channels within the doll community. You have Tami at Tatortotsrebornnursery and Jesika at Jesika's Homestead Life. They take turns picking a theme for us to do something with or dress our dolls to a certain theme each week. Our Peeka dolls, or it can also be any doll that you choose. So today, the theme that was chosen was to do some type of a fall craft with your doll. Well, I have my Peeka here with us today, joining us. She's right here in the little fall shirt with the fall leaves and acorns on it. She's all dressed for fall, and she's holding a pink little spider. Her name is Honeybee. We also have three other dolls that are going to join us today for our craft. You guys have met the little guy in the high chair in the red outfit. His name is Prince Michael. And this little dinosaur, he just had to wear his costume. He loves dinosaurs. This is little JJ. And this girl here, this pretty girl, you guys have not met her yet. Her name is Jesika. She's a vintage walking doll. Okay, so today for our craft, we are going to do a craft that is good for Halloween. It is October. Halloween is a few weeks away, and we are going to be making some felt spiders. So we have 3 samples of the spiders that can be made. But today we are going to be making this larger size. Let me bring it closer so you can see. It looks like this. Now, I have never done a crafting video before, so this is going to be a big experiment. So please, everybody bear with me. I'm going to try not to make it too long and boring, but I need to make it hopefully so that you can understand if you want to make some of these spiders yourself. So all the supplies that you need to make these cute spiders are, you need a piece of felt, depending on, of course, how many you want to make. You need a piece of felt of any color a spider you want. This will be for the body. And you take a piece of felt that doesn't have that sticky side on it. You can get these at Walmart or any craft store. You will also need a package of pipe cleaners. These will be the legs. So whatever color legs you want. Now I usually always did black, but I couldn't find my black pipe cleaners, and I had to run to the dollar store and they didn't have just black. So we're gonna make do with what we have today. Hopefully it'll be all right. So, and then you will also need something for the eyes, and I like to use these little wiggly eyes. You can use whatever size you want, or, you know, be creative. Do whatever you want. Use the little pom-poms or tiny buttons, or just draw on eyes. You can do whatever you want for eyes. And then you're also going to need a pair of scissors. You're going to need some thread and a needle. And you're going to need a glue gun and, of course, glue sticks. Okay, was that it, JJ? I think that was everything we need. So what you do, first thing you do is you cut your felt circles, and you cut 3 different sizes. Now for this size of spider, this bigger size spider, you will cut a 4.5 inch diameter that is, 4.5 inches across for one. This will be the body of your spider. This will be the head of the spider, and this size is 3 inches across. And then this little smaller circle here, this is 1.5 inches. This will be the cap, a cap that will go on the bottom of your body to hold the legs on the bottom of your spider. I'll explain that further as we go. So once you cut your circles out, you lay them out here, and then take out, you'll need 4 pipe cleaners, and you'll be using for the big spider the full length. So take whatever color you want of your pipe cleaners out, and of course plug your hot glue gun in, get it ready to go. And then first thing you're going to do is you're going to take your needle and your thread. Oh, let's see, I have one here already ready to go. And I usually double my thread and make the loop so that it's at the bottom, so when you go through you can just easily, you know, tie a knot and tie it off. But what you'll do is you'll take your body first. Oh, another thing I forgot, see, I had a blooper already. You also need something to stuff the body and the head with. And you can use cotton, you can use tissue. I'm going to use some polyfil. This is the old polyfil that came in one of my dolls that I swapped it out with the really nice polyfil. So that works really well. So, okay, so back to the body. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your needle and you're going to do a straight stitch in and out all the way around the outside of the circle. So let me start it. I'll start it and I'll show you. And you want to try and get it, as close to the edge of your circle, because you don't want a lot of stuff left out along the edge. So you'll just start by going, first you want to start it, you pull it through, and then I pull it through this loop here to kind of tie it, to hold it. And then you'll go all the way around. You know, I stay about maybe an eighth inch away from the edge of the circle. And what it'll do is when you get it all the way around, you'll pull it tight, and it'll look like a dumpling, like those those pork dumplings that you get at the Chinese restaurants. You know, it starts to gather up when you pull it, and it'll pull it into a circle. So you just go all the way around. You keep going all the way around like this. You pull it through. And you see as you pull it, it gathers it up in a circle. Okay, so I'm going to finish going all the way around, and then I'm going to do that. I'll pause the video. When I get that done, we'll come back. Okay, so I've gone all the way around, and I've already started to pull it, and see as you pull it, it kind of closes it up. So what you're going to do next is you're going to take some of your polyfil or whatever stuffing you want, or your cotton balls work too, and you're going to stuff it inside to make a little ball. Now I suppose you could use something else for the body. If you had bigger pom-poms, I don't know, I suppose you could use styrofoam balls even maybe. But this is just was a simple way, and using something that I had one year when I decided that I wanted to make some of these. So, okay, so you stuff it and then you pull it tight. Trying not to break it, and my needle came off. But then what you'll do is then you'll just do like an X pattern to try and close up this end. You'll go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth until this is all closed up. Okay, so when you get it tied off, you kind of do it in a X pattern. You go, you know, from here to here, and then back, and then from here to here, you know, do like an X. And it doesn't have to be perfect. We're going to be covering this up anyway. And then I just did a knot to hold it. And then you just cut your thread. like that. And see, this is going to be the body of your spider. Now you do the same thing with the head, with the smaller one, the 3-inch one. So we're going to get this one all stuffed and ready to go, and then I'll come back and we'll do the next step. Okay, so here's the head. We've got it all, it's all tied off and ready to go. So you got the body, and the head will go on with the seam side towards it like this. You'll glue the two pieces together so it'll look like that. Okay, so the next thing you want to do is get the legs ready. So you take your pipe cleaners and you want to find the halfway point. So you get them all the same on the ends, and then you find the halfway mark or close to it. And to make it easier, what I do is I'll give them a twist. I'll give it a little bit of a twist a couple times and kind of spread them apart a little bit so that they're somewhat even like that. Then you're going to put some glue on the bottom, and you're going to glue your legs to it like this. Okay? So let's put some glue on here. Are we doing okay, JJ? Are we doing a good job? Huh? What about you, honeybee? You really like that little pink spider, don't ya? Yes, you do. Okay. So then you just put the legs on like that, and you hold them a little bit so they look like that. Try and get them kind of in the center. You know what? We got 5. Okay, we got 5 pipe cleaners on here. Okay. There. Spiders have 8 legs, not 10. Oopsie. See, I told you I'd mess up this craft video. Okay, try this again. Make sure you only put 8 legs on your spider, because spiders have 8 legs. They don't have 10. Okay. The glue is still good. So, okay, I was counting them, and I'm like, why does this spider have 10 legs? Okay. Anyway. And then what you're going to do is you're going to put glue on each side of the legs and in between each leg. And then you're going to put this cap. This is going to hide all this. It's going to make it look nice. You're going to put it on like this, and you're going to press it between each leg so that it kind of looks like this. It kind of seals it up. I usually do the ends first. I do the ends first, press them down, and then I pull the legs out a little bit and go in between each leg. And make sure you don't get your fingers in the hot glue. And you do the other side. My glue gun is not cooperating. Okay. And if you have a little that sticks out, that's okay. You can clean that up after it dries. Okay. Might have to put some on top of the pipe cleaners to help seal it up a little better. This glue can get really messy. Okay. Okay, pause you for a minute and then we'll be back and I'll show you the next step. Okay, so the next thing I do is I bring the legs up to see if they're all the same length. As you can see, when you bring these two up, they're a little off. So then I just take my scissors and I trim the one side so it's the same. Just so it's close. Now they're closer. Okay, you do that to all the legs because your spider won't sit straight if your legs aren't somewhat the same. Okay, so the next thing you do is you'll make the feet. And how you make the feet is you take the end and you bend it to the side, probably like 1/4 of an inch back. You just bend it over to the side. So it looks like that. And then you bend it up. So it's like a foot. So you bend it over to the side and then up like a foot. And you go all the way along and you do that. And then you make the joint of your spider. I usually go about halfway. So it looks like that. So you do that all the way around, and then after that we will be attaching the head. Okay, so we've got that all done. We got our spider legs all bent. You can see it looks like that. Then what I usually do is I will set it down on the table on somewhere flat, and I'll look at it, and then I'll decide which end I want to put the head on. So I'm thinking that I'm going to put this is where I'm going to put the head. So what you do then is if you look at your spider, you'll see there's a seam right there where you put that cap, and then there's a seam on your head. I put it so that the two seams kind of meet at the bottom. So it looks kind of like that. And you'll just glue that right on. You'll put the glue on the head and you'll stick it right onto your body. We're almost done, JJ. We almost got this spider made. Yeah. You just stick it on like this. There you go. Now you got the head on the body and the legs are on. Now all you have to do is put the eyes on. Take out 2 little eyes or whatever you're going to use. You can draw eyes on, you know, be creative. Use whatever you have or whatever you want. I like the tiny little wiggly eyes because, you know, actually spiders, I think, spiders have more than just 2 eyes. I think. You could put a whole bunch of eyes on the head if you really wanted to, but I just usually put 2. And I put them somewhat close together in the kind of in the middle, upper middle part of the head. So when you look at your spider, I put them on kind of up here. One there. And you don't need much glue, just a little bit. I put it kind of like that. Then put on your eyes like that. Try and, this one got a little excess glue. Sometimes if you take the hot end of your glue gun, if you get some extra glue, you can kind of wipe it off. It'll melt it off. Same with the bottom. If you don't like that white stuff, if you just take the hot part of your glue gun and rub it on there, it'll take it off. It'll kind of make it disappear, make it look nicer. Okay, and there you are. There's our completed purple spider. And if it doesn't sit right, you can re-bend the legs or do it how you want. I know these pipe cleaners are from the dollar store, and I don't think the wires are as strong. They don't seem like the quality is as good as like from a craft store. But they work. They work. It's a cute little craft. Not too hard to do. Just got to be careful with the hot glue. And there you go. There's our spider craft. There's our little fall craft for Peeka Wednesday. Go on over and check out what the other channels are doing for Peeka Wednesday. I watched Jesika's channel today. She did a really cute little craft with her Peeka little rain, her Peeka girl. It was really cute. So I haven't seen Tami's yet, but I will. So that will do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this craft. I hope it wasn't too long. I hope to see you in the next video. Remember that happiness is a choice. And me and all the babies in my nursery today, especially little Miss Honeybee, love each and every one of you. Have a great afternoon and a great rest of your day, everyone. And we'll see you in the next video. We love you. Bye-bye for now.